Welcome back. So I have something a little different for you this time around, and that is some non-baseball cards and non-Jews for that matter, because I figured I wanted to pick up a few different cards inexpensively, um, just to see what they do. Now I'm a child of the 80's, so these are all players that I remember watching and being in awe of. So I decided to pick up some rookie cards. Now, bear in mind, I don't have unlimited budget, so these all had to be reasonably priced. Um, I made one exception to that at the end. Everything else was $100 or less per card. So let's start off here. So I actually found basically a 2-pack of 1980 Topps Larry Bird rookie. This is not the Bird Johnson card because that card is insane price wise, but it is a Larry Bird rookie, and if you can't get them both on the same card, you might as well get them on two different cards because we do have the Magic Johnson. And you have Marty's Cheeks over here. But the nice thing with these, the nice thing with the dual rookie is that they take either side of the panel with Kareem in the middle. It looks really nice. At least these, they are centered on the card. So visually, that's pretty nice. The two birds, since he's a little bit cheaper than Magic, I was able to get in PSA 7 each card. And the Magic, I managed to get in a PSA 6. Again, trying to keep that budget under control, or at least somewhat under control. Next up, we go a little bit more present. We have a 88-89 Fleer Scottie Pippen. And Pippen, I like the guy that especially Jordan gives credit to being the best teammate he ever had and a main catalyst for that Bulls dynasty. So that is the extent of the basketball. I think I have one more on the way because I think I found another bird for what I thought was a reasonable price. And when I use the term reasonable price with these, I'm looking at prices that, again, A, under $100, B, that based on previously sold cards and factoring in fees, if I wanted to, I could flip these right now and make a few bucks. So all these were basically buy it nows, and it was just haggling from there. So it wasn't too bad. I was never too much of a basketball person growing up. I did watch highlights, but these are the players that I remember, and I can't go get a Jordan rookie because they're flipping insane. Now, growing up outside of Philadelphia, I was a Flyers fan. One guy that completely killed us, but was, in my opinion, the most talented player on the ice in the 80's, if not of all time, was not Wayne Gretzky. It was Mario Lemieux. So this one I did spend a bit more on, and you hockey fans out there will know that. But it's still a decent grade. I like getting SGC stuff because worst case scenario, if you cross it over, it's basically going to stay the same. You might get a little bump. This is 85-86 Topps. OPG is 3 times the price. Mario Lemieux rookie card. Lemieux, again, it's a cross-state rival, Penguins. However, in looking at this guy game by game basis, the sheer talent that he had, in my opinion, you could make a very strong argument that he's the greatest hockey player of all time. Especially when you look at the fact that the man had back issues, to the point that he couldn't bend down to tie his skates at a certain point. And then the most remarkable thing was when he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease in the middle of the season. Missed 24, 25 games, I believe. Did chemotherapy. And the day of his last treatment, he flew to the Spectrum in Philadelphia and played against the Flyers and had a goal. Despite going through treatment middle of that season, he still won the scoring title. Just a phenomenal talent, phenomenal athlete. And this is a situation, if you want to draw the comparison with baseball, while Mickey Mantle, many of his problems were self-inflicted, you wonder what could have been had the injuries not been there. And that's exactly what you see with Lemieux, even though he's, worst case scenario, the second greatest player of all time behind Gretzky. But there is an argument to say he was the greatest player of all time. So, again, something different. Trying to mix things up a little bit. I guess you could say a little bit of investment, but we're not going crazy here. We're not buying $1,000 cards, $2,000 cards. We're trying to stay on a relatively modest budget, given the players that we're purchasing, and we'll see what happens. But the focus for me on these is remembering my childhood. Remember watching Sports Center when they actually did a decent job covering sports, and before all the social media stuff, and really watching the highlights of these guys on the court or on the ice. These are the players I remember. The ones I at least remember beyond baseball. So that's what I got for you this time around. Until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. Have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating. Whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.